So sitting here today, now that you've been on this growth trajectory of a couple years, any advice for folks out there that may be thinking about, maybe I want to venture out and start a firm, but they're maybe a little unsure, maybe they have some of this risk aversion. What advice would you give them?
There's no perfect time. At least I can't think of what that perfect time would be. I think if it's something that people want to do, that's a pretty good sign that you should give it real thought. I think obviously being cognizant of the risk, thinking about how, having a plan, right? So going into it thinking, right, here's how I'm going to generate my first couple of clients, right? I've got the network, I've got the people. I don't think you can go into it, or I think it's more difficult to go into it and then try to do those things, right? So as I was saying, you don't want to do too much of building the plane while it's in the air. Any groundwork you can lay beforehand is worthwhile. And it's worth even just taking those investigatory steps and thinking through, okay, so what would that look like? Am I going to have an office? Am I not going to have an office? Will I partner up with somebody else, or will I do it myself? Am I going to hire staff, and when will I hire staff? What do I need to be a lawyer? What do I not need? What's a nice to have? What's a must have? Going through that checklist, going through that process, I think will make it real for people. And by going through it, I think they'll decide whether or not it's something they actually want to do.
All right, so I like to ask sometimes the inversion question. So is there anything that you've done in the first 2 years that you wish maybe we should not have done that, or maybe that you eventually did and you said maybe we should have done that from the beginning?
I think we trended in the right direction on this, but certainly trusting professionals, non-lawyer professionals, to do their job I think it's one of the best decisions we made. And I think, the earlier you do it, the better, right? I have two of my partners focus on recruiting. They do a great job, but having a recruiting person in-house has been great.